I discovered that the rate at which technology is moving and skyrocketing, we in the African sector, even basically in the Nigerian sector, are actually far behind. And I think anybody that has refused to follow the bandwagon will be left behind. That's why we decided to, hone our game in going into the ICT sector to make sure we could go far. Because ICT, which is the green or the blue economy or the blue technology, is the future the world holds.
Introduce yourself, tell us a bit about your company and what you do.
Okay, thank you very much. I am Difrek Ukbe, my name, and I'm actually a co-founder of GTerra Hub, and in GTerra Hub we actually do ICT. We are an ICT firm. So we involve ourselves in software development, training, creating, designing of digital applications to enable us deploy digital solutions to our clients. And we also go out to the extent of having a hub where people come to learn and use a workspace to also do digital activities. And we've also developed other digital gadgets. So maybe with time, we'll get to explore all that as the interview goes on.
Why did you decide to become a co-founder of this company?
Okay, actually, I discovered that the rate at which technology is moving and skyrocketing, we in the African sector, even basically in the Nigerian sector, are actually far behind. And I think anybody that has refused to follow the bandwagon will be left behind. That's why we decided to, hone our game in going into the ICT sector to make sure we could go far. Because ICT, which is the green or the blue economy or the blue technology, is the future the world holds.
Okay, from what you've said now, it's glaring that it's going to make a difference in the life of people in two specific ways. How can that be done?
Okay, thank you very much. I would say that when we talk about technology, we talk about ease of doing things. We talk about speed of doing things. So in two ways, technology helps. It helps to ease the way of doing things. It helps to speed up the process. Let's talk about AI, for instance. So many AI agents are now taking over jobs. So many robots are now taking over jobs. This is all technology. It's all machine learning being programmed and put into work. So with the advent of all these put in place, I think work is going to be very easy.
So what are your biggest challenge so far?
Okay, biggest challenges in the company has been basically general challenges everybody faces, majorly in Nigeria where we have power outage and poor internet connection. Those have actually been basic issues we've had at the hub, which has also truncated some of our ability to deploy things on time, be able to get access to internet to explore things. But by God's grace, over time, between the last 2 or 3 years, we've been able to sort out all that. We've been able to stabilize our power station. So that has not been a big challenge again over the years. We've sorted that out. And as for the internet, we've also sorted internet issues. We are not using the Nigerian internet. We're using Starlink internet, which to the best of our knowledge is better.
So from what you've said, I would like to know how you approach innovation. I know you're innovative. So how do you do that to stay ahead?
Okay, thank you for that question. That question makes me smile because of the fact that I look into the future before even people see the future.
Okay.
I believe that the future holds greatness, and I believe that the farther you get to see the future, the better for you today. And what I see in, like, let's say for instance, the company we co-founded, which is the GTerra Hub, we discovered that the future of work It's not in offices anymore. It's in people gathering together to stay in a place and work. Very soon, people will not even be looking for offices, they'll just be looking for workspaces. That's going to be a need. So you look, progress into the future, see what the future holds, and implement it today. You become a futuristic person. So I love walking ahead.
You mentioned your products and services. Can you walk us through your development process and how you bring them into the market?
Okay, actually, at GTerra Hub, as a co-founder, I'm privileged to be informed and to know that we have different departments in GTerra Hub. We have different segments. We have the software development, we have the training, we have this internet, we have workspace. We have so many departments. So when a client approaches us for a digital solution, first we have to do a meeting, get to know the client's ideas and visions, and we try to work in accordance with the client's vision and ideas and build it. Our deployment team would be able to, look into it. And first, also, we also advise our clients to the legal department, which would enable our client's idea to be registered. We've had instances where a client comes to build a particular or deploy a particular solution, digital solution, and it happens that after we finish building and deploying, we discover the name or the idea has even been taken or is already online. So first and foremost, our department will have to legalize the idea by maybe possibly registering in the CSC, Corporate Affairs Commission, getting trademark and licenses that are necessary for the client to have right of protection over his or her assets, which is our idea, digital solution. Then before we get into the deployment department, which builds the solution and now brings it to the market.
From what you said, it seems you're very, very successful. Can you tell us how you measure your success and what is the key metric you're always looking out for?
Okay, thank you. How we measure our success has actually been through feedbacks. Basically, we get feedbacks from our clients. We get reviews, positive reviews from our clients. Most of the people we work with, we actually have them, give us a feedback. Did we do well? Did we do badly? And over the years, we also have an analytics team that checks our data. We get data, we get to see our data, how far have we gone this year, at the end of the year, how far have we not gone. So we checkmate that to know how our progress has been.
Okay, so this is more like a closing to help you to publicize what you're doing. I hope there is something exciting, because from what you're saying, there are things you should be working on. What are the exciting projects right now you're handling?
Okay, thank you very much. At Hub and as an ICT firm and looking at the blue economy, things are developing every day. Every goddamn day. We are having so many things coming in. And if you stop to dream and you stop to develop, you are already dying. So projects are part of things. We have so many projects, like I said earlier during the conversation. I'll have to lead you to some of our digital solutions. Some of our exciting digital solutions is the GTerra hosting. We actually have a hosting platform where anybody can host his or her website, buy domain as registrar, get a domain name and host and all that. We actually have GTerra Broadband, still part of the GTerra brand. We call it GTerra Broadband, which deals on internet. We actually do ISP. And we actually have the ACO side of it. That's the search engine optimization. We have some tools. You can just put your website, it analyzes your website and gives you feedback. These are part of the already existing digital solutions. But the biggest project we are looking up for now is a project we call School and Work. We are trying to bring in, we've noticed that the problem of the society presently is lack of sufficient education in the ICT sector. Skilled education, not just any kind of education, but skilled education. Education that you could be trained and you can get that skill and start working for that skill and start earning from that skill. So we are working on a project that we call School and Earn. We are trying to link trainers, tutors, and students, and they are going to be putting things together to get people trained, skilled professional trainers, and get students trained, and those students will come out to start working.
Okay, so will we have an immediate impact of this in the technology industry?
I don't get that question.
The exciting project you've mentioned concerning the school and you're working and earning, are we going to have an immediate impact in the technology industry?
Sure, very much. That's going to actually encourage our youths to get something to do. It's going to empower our youths. We are trying to see the fact that cybercrime is taken out from the world, or from the youth of Nigeria and Africa as a whole, because there are so many things you can do that are positive, that can take you far than crime.
Okay, from all this experience that you've had, and I know there's a lot of persons that will be looking up to you, would like you to, as a final take, can you share us insights and advice on the persons that will be looking up to you, the insight that you've gained in the technology industry? Share us some experiences and advice.
Okay, thank you very much. I would say that in life you have to unlearn, relearn, and learn. Unlearn, relearn, and learn. Over the years, I've relearned, unlearned, and I'm still learning.
Okay.
So I would say we all are learning.
Okay.
At some point, I would say it was very challenging as a co-founder, so many challenges and all that. But you don't have to give up. Challenges are actually stepping stones to success. I'll tell everybody that wants to move on in life or go great in life, hit that rock. Hit that rock hard. It's going to break and it's going to give you success.
Wow. So one last thing, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Whoa. Thank you very much. The next 5 to 10 years, we are looking at conquering Africa.
Right.
We're looking at taking Africa with a very bold grip. We're looking at making people understand that Africa is not a weak country, but a very strong country that has great potentials, and Africa has great skills, both in the tech sector and other sectors. And we are looking at making Africa great.
Okay, before you go, if we want to find you and what you're doing, is an opportunity. So where can we find you?
Okay.
Basically online. Just talk about it.
All right, thank you very much. We actually have a physical office. Our Uyo office is at number 41 Ipa Road. We're sharing a fence with the University of Uyo Town campus. So opposite to your Uyo Town campus, you'll see us there. That's where our office is located. And online, just like I said earlier, we have several digital platforms. You can log into www.gterahub.com. You can log into www.gterahub.com/home. You can log into www.gterahosting.com for your hosting and domain name purchases. You can also log into www.gterabroadband.com.ng.
Once again, thank you very much for coming.
And before I forget, all our handles is at gterahub_hub. At for Instagram, for Twitter, gterah_hub. Then for Facebook, gterah_hub. Those are our handles. So at any point in time you reach out to those handles, we'll always be there to answer for you.
So we'll be hoping to have you again for another episode of this. I've had a good time recording you in this interview. So once again, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. I'll be available next time. Just hope the busy schedule doesn't catch me up.
Okay, thank you very much.